Hi guys, welcome back to Kpop Talks. I'm your host. Today we're doing our best Kpop songs of May 2024. Instead of doing my classic weekly or monthly review as I'm doing right now in recent memory, I've listened to a bunch of songs and I thought they were fine, but there weren't a lot of standouts. So instead of just saying, oh, it's okay, or this fine element or this element that it's okay, and go for that for 50 songs, I'd much rather just tell you my favorites, the ones that stand out the most, and why I think they're the best and why I think these specific groups keep being great, or these specific solo artists. So let's get right into it. Next we have Triple S with Girls Never Die. Again, Triple S just keep impressing consistently, in my opinion, as I keep saying every single time. Every time they come back, they do different stuff with productions, with vocals, with melodies, with vocals specifically. And these songs I really like. I think it has some of the best vocal choruses they've done until now. The vocal element as a choir, not a chorus, sorry. The chorus is more standard stuff that we heard from Triple S in the past. It's very typical what they do, but the pace, the rhythm, the tempo is very cool, and it's very, I think, really unique to their discography as of now. So, you have to give credit to their company, because apart from the old Bitcoin shit, everything else has been pretty good in my opinion. So, as a fan of Triple S as a group, I think they're a group that I think you should check out, because they always do something different, and I think they're one of the few groups that even really understands exactly what a concept is. Most other groups don't really do concepts anymore. They're one of the few groups that still really push that aspect of their music, and they really represent it well, at least in their music. Next we have Dio with Mars. This is not just the only song that Dio has released. He has released a full EP, I think, with his best music ever, in my opinion. He's so unique, I think, right now, vocally, aesthetically. He's really understanding who he is. When he was with SM and making music specifically produced by SM, they were just ballads, simple ballads, and I didn't really get what they were doing there with him. Yes, he's a good singer. Ballads are also a good way to actually profit in the future and make consistently money. But this type of more pop, I would say, alternative pop music that I think Dio is trying to do fits him very good. And contextually, I think the concept that he's went for, specifically with this EP, is very interesting in my opinion. It's Dio through and through, his personality, who he is, and it shines through the music, which is, I think, very important. So give credit to him and to the team that he's working with, because they've really killed it, and with one of the best solo artists EP of this year, 100%. Next we have End the Team with Samidare. This is actually a good song. I think this is a great example how you can make second generation K-pop style songs and make them modern through a more modernized production. At the same time, understanding how to simplify tracks, how to not overproduce, which is a huge problem in K-pop now more than ever, I think. And really giving time to everybody to breathe and really shine in the song. So I really enjoyed it. It's beautiful, it's simple, and it's a groove, it's smooth. It's not trying to get you hype at any moment for no reason. It's supposed to be a song that you just enjoy listening to, and I think they've done a really good job with this. NTM, unfortunately, is very underrated. I think IVE never did a great job to really push this group, in my opinion. Partially doesn't have the fact that they're a Japanese group. The reality is that, as I say every time, singing in Korean, apart from XG, really, is actually a big reason why the K-pop groups are successful. So when you try to be more big in Japan, it doesn't help the growth. I mean, even if you look at a group like I always forget what they're called, the one that JYP released in Japan, I can't think of their name right now, but they're popular, needs you, but they could never really be popular in Korea for whatever reason. So yeah, I mean, whatever, this is a great song, probably the best song NTM has released, and I think they're a more mature song as well. Next we have RM with Come Back to Me. RM has always been a great artist. I mean, this is nothing new. I think sometimes, unfortunately, when we specifically talk with K-pop fans, and specifically BTS fans, they think that we can't notice that apart from them. But everybody knows RM has always been a great artist. But I think with this specific comeback, he has grown a lot. Artistically, concept-wise, musically. He's much more comfortable. I think even in his last album before going to the military, while it was very good, I feel like he was living with the expectation of having to like fit under a certain image of a rapper, for example. While he still rap on this album, he doesn't feel the pressure, and so he's able to be more free, I think, and make, I think, better raps. He's always been a great rapper, but I think sometimes he felt the pressure of having always to have something to say. And I actually kind of like the fact that this album is more of a vibe of him almost having to like maybe indirectly accept that, you know, things he loves sometimes are okay the way they are, and the performative act sometimes doesn't even have to be under a K-pop group can be very stressing. Obviously the production quality of the music videos, they're investing millions on these projects, you know, that they're not cheap. You can clearly tell these are millions of dollars invested on projects, you know, from a visual perspective, because obviously he didn't do it for this but for every other song I'm pretty sure released. So the maturity you can feel in this project is, I think, through the roof and fantastic through and through, and very unique, I would say, for K-pop, and even for really a BTS member. Of course, I'm not going to talk about every single track from RM's album. Go check it out. For me, obviously, if you like the song that I've just talked about, you're probably going to like also the other songs because they're very good, and the album itself is very good. So definitely go and check it out because it's really interesting and showcases the growth, I think, at least for him, that he didn't have before. So we'll see where he goes with that. Next is Joichi with Love Seeker. It's a banger. I really like it. I think it's one of the better singles I've heard from K-pop male groups this year. It's groovy, it's funky, it's fun, it's lighthearted. It's pretty simple. It's not too long. It's like 3 minutes and a half. It goes by pretty fast. It doesn't get old listening to it personally, so I've really enjoyed it, and it's been one of my highlights of this year. Joichi has been a very consistent group for a very long time, but they don't really get talked about enough. I don't know why. I assume mainly partially because they're a mainly Japanese group that works in Japan, at least. So you know, you never know, but I think they're a very solid group, and they've gotten pretty consistent with their quality of music, which is what you would expect from a group of this size. Next we have aespa with Supernova. aespa is a group that has been consistently improving, as I've said a million times throughout the years. One thing that I really like about this song is, in aespa as a group, really, is how much they've changed their concept, and they've really started developing their own style. They are somewhat of an FX of this generation, where they do play a lot with EDM and a lot of with club music, and do it in a fun and interesting way. This is the most FX song they've done probably since their debut. It's a good thing in my opinion. Vocally, they're much more stable. They don't go for the super crazy high notes, which is unfortunately very common in this genre, where people always trying to impress, but that goes to the stability of the track, and then the fact that the idols actually cannot perform the track live, as we've seen with Seraphim this year at Coachella. So it's good to see them actually doing it, and doing it very good. So this is one of their better tracks. I think it's much better than Armageddon in my opinion, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, so definitely check it out. I think it's fucking fun, really fun. Next we have B.I. with Tasty. As always, a great song by B.I. I mean, he's just a very good... He just understands music. You know, it's not a simple thing, but it's not even an easy, like a super complex thing. He understands his strengths, his weaknesses. And this song is just a groove. It's fun. It's probably the closest thing I can think of as an example would be Chicken Noodle Soup by J-Hope, but I think this version is much better. It's more simple. It's less over the top, and there isn't a useless feature on this track. So I really enjoyed it, and as always, I think B.I. is such an underrated artist, you know, really underrated. Obviously, next we have XG with Woke Up. I've seen some people criticize it because of its rapping and the fact that, oh my god, it's not like the most insane rap thing ever. But I always say that you have to always look at things in the context of the genre. In the context of K-pop, this is very good. You might think the bar is low, but who cares? I mean, the reality is that for the longest, K-pop raps sections in songs were not particularly good. On this track, they are. And they all have very specific aesthetic. I would definitely go say check out their other music where I think they rap better than this, in my opinion. So this is something they've been doing at this point for like a year and a half, so it can get repetitive and like boring on a certain aspect, and I would agree with that, but I would say definitely give it a try, at least when it comes to their discography, because I think you'll be impressed, specifically on their cyphers by members like Coconut, where I think she's fantastic and she's an actual really good rapper. But if you just go on Twitter and try to go viral by saying, this is not real hip hop, like, I mean, what is real hip hop even? That term to me is stupid, and I think they're the closest thing to real hip hop you're gonna get from a K-pop group, a legit K-pop group, apart from BTS, obviously. Next, one of the best feature of the year is Blase featuring Chungha with Debugging, I think it's called. And it's a fantastic track in my opinion. Really, from start to finish, the rapping. Sorry, Turtle, not Debugging. Debugging is the name of the album, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, the name of the album is Debugging, but the name of the song is Turtle. Fantastic. Blase has a really unique style in Korea. The beat is fun, is aggressive, it's very 2000-ish, and I love it, specifically in a song like this. And Chungha does a perfect, I think, feature in my opinion, front to back, that really enhanced the track and really enjoyable. One, probably my favorite. What do you call it? Collaboration of the year, 100%. Maybe more on the unexpected side of things, but it's definitely one of the better ones in my opinion. So I really loved it, and it's probably my favorite song of this past month, 100%. On a similar wavelength, I would say Apoki featuring Somin from Card with New Boo, I think it's called. It's actually pretty good, but it has no tracks, like nobody's really talking about it. Apoki's lost a lot of popularity in the last 6 months, I have no idea why. One of the few gimmicks that I think has been done very good in the genre compared to historically, where these type of gimmicks tends to disappear after a month or two. Of course, we have New Jeans with How Sweet. It's just a great song, again, greatly produced. Simple vocals, but yet effective. And we'll keep saying about New Jeans, they're really good. And again, they're more popular than what they should be, in my opinion. But they hit the right moment, the right time. They're very viral on TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. So they get a lot of streams like that as well. But they're good. They're a good group, in my opinion. And there's already a lot of copycats of them that are spawning slowly but surely. He's back featuring Gecko and Kid Millie with incredible track. I mean, if you love hip hop, this is the track to go to. People that are recognized by XG definitely listen to and Kid Millie and these guys, because they can actually rap. And they have very cool flows in my opinion. So he took a break for a little bit. He wasn't active for some time, but now he's back, and I think, as always, he's one of the better rappers that have came out from the Show Me the Money shows. One of the few rappers actually didn't win, but he was really good. I think he won, actually, if I'm not mistaken, the season. Yes, he won. Was it Show Me the Money or High School Rapper? I think it was Show Me the Money, and he's actually been the most successful in my opinion. Not really, because Youngji is more successful, but out of the actual rappers that start from the underground, let's say, he has been the best. At first, when he debuted after Show Me the Money, I was kind of worried, but since then he has been on an insane run in my opinion. Consistently one of the more interesting artists, and actually his feature choices, not only when he have people features on his song, but also when he features on other people's song, he actually is very good at selecting people to work with, because they bring the best of him and he brings the best out of them. So one of the best rap songs of the year easily, I think. 8 Hits with Work. It's one of their most fun songs they've released ever, I think. Simple, it's not overly produced like they also have the bad habit of doing, and it's not like overly edgy for no reason, It's fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think that's a plus for a song like this, which is just catchy and I think works perfectly for the summer. So good job by them. Much better than, and even though I liked a lot of their stuff more recently, there was a period of time where I didn't enjoy their music, and I think slowly but surely they're growing on me. So I might have to check this stuff from the past and see if now I enjoy it more. I don't think I will, but I'll definitely want to check it out. Next we have Sujin with Mona Lisa. Just a good song overall. I think Sujin is gonna keep being great and successful. This song might not be perfect, but I think it fits her image very good, and I think it's a good step towards the right direction to build something for her specifically, and to actually make her grow as an artist going forward. And last but not least, we have Whip with Kick It. It's just a fun, wholesome, kind of like, feel-good track that you normally don't really get in K-pop as much. So I really like it, and I think you should go check it out. It's just brighten your day a little bit up. And this is it for the best K-pop songs of this past month of May. There weren't many, I would say, but I think a lot of them were quality. I definitely missed certain things, and I'm probably gonna get them back in June. But when you see the video of June, you'll see better. Hopefully, by the end of the week, you're gonna get also the best and the worst albums, and obviously the worst songs of this month, which I'm gonna record right now since I have a little bit of time. So thank you for watching, and see you next time, guys. Goodbye.